Chapter 109. The secret worth 100 spirit stones too. However, at this moment, a cold voice rang out faintly from behind the light purple-robed youth. Wow, such an amazing core disciple, to directly interfere with law enforcement in front of us, the homicide department. As the voice ran out, the light purple-robed youth abruptly turned around. Xu Qing also looked toward the source and immediately saw a figure walking over unsteadily from afar. This figure was eating an apple as he walked. He was none other than the captain of Team 6. The eyes of the light purple-robed youth narrowed, and Xu Qing also showed a hint of surprise in his eyes. However, what surprised him wasn't the captain's arrival, but the fact that the captain actually chose to reveal himself at this moment. In reality, it was impossible for Xu Qing to completely believe the clues given by the old man from Penguin Road. In this Seven Blood Eyes main city where the human heart was dark and sinister, it was very likely that the other party had intentionally given him the clue that led to a deep pit. This was especially so for a business like the gambling den. Since it was able to start its business in the Seven Blood Eyes main city, it must have some background. Hence, on the way here, Xu Qing thought about it and sent a voice transmission to the captain, promising to give him half of the profits. The captain would step in when necessary to resolve an unexpected dispute. Regardless of whether this dispute would occur or not, he would still get his share of spirit stones. The clue to the first wanted criminal was outdated, so the captain didn't appear. Now that the second clue had drawn out a core disciple, Xu Qing originally thought that the captain wouldn't appear. Sensing the surprise on Xu Qing's face, the captain took a bite of the apple and winked at Xu Qing. After that, he looked at the light purple-robed youth whose expression was somewhat unsightly. According to the third rule of the homicide department, those who obstruct the homicide department, when they are carrying out law enforcement, will be heavily punished. He's a wanted criminal. We're enforcing the law. This is official business. Are you trying to obstruct us? The captain smiled at the light purple-robed youth. In Xu Qing's view, the captain was clearly wearing a gray Taoist robe. That the domineering tone of his voice and the unsightly expression of the light purple-robed youth made Xu Qing feel as though the two of them had changed identities. He was truly shocked. As for the light purple-robed youth, after hearing the captain's words, his breathing quickened slightly and his mind raced. In reality, Sun Duan had given him a lot of presents. This casino was also one of his businesses, so he couldn't allow anyone to obstruct his benefits. However, the light purple-robed youth was a little wary of the captain of Team 6. He knew of this person and had heard of him before. From what he remembered, this person had a conflict with another core disciple about 2 years ago. Not long after that core disciple went missing. This matter made him extremely vigilant. What shocked him even more was that there was no follow-up investigation by those on the mountain. Moreover, the ones who knew of this matter kept their mouths shut, so not many people were aware about this. One had to know that the disappearance of the core disciple was a very big deal in the Seven Blood Eyes. However, it just so happened that the matter was left unsettled. After a moment of silence, the light purple-robed youth let out a cold snort and left without saying a word. This dramatic scene caused great waves in Xu Qing's heart. When he looked at the captain, many guesses surfaced in his heart. My spirit stones. The captain looked at Xu Qing and smiled. Xu Qing didn't say anything and directly handed over 20 spirit stones. After taking the spirit stones, the captain revealed a satisfied expression and glanced at the distant light purple-robed youth. This person's name is Zhao Zhoneng. He's a good-for-nothing. If his grandfather wasn't an elder of the seventh peak, he would have been killed long ago. How could he still have a core disciple identity? However, I heard that he was arranged by his grandfather to take up a post as a captain in the dispatch department. He probably wants to let him gain some experience there. The captain spoke while walking ahead. Xu Qing followed him silently, heading to the homicide department together. On the way, Xu Qing looked at the captain many times. When they were about to reach the homicide department, the captain tilted his head and looked at Xu Qing as he asked in surprise. Kid, you're really patient. Why aren't you asking me why I'm so amazing and why I could make the core disciple retreat? Why? Xu Qing asked. The captain looked at Xu Qing and felt his interest go away. You're very boring, forget it. Seeing that you're my team member, I'll tell you. 2 years ago, I offended a core disciple and was planning to escape from the Seven Blood Eyes. But guess what? Ha ha ha. That core disciple died due to an accident when he was out at sea. After the sect investigated and discovered that it was indeed an accident, the matter was left unsettled. After that, for some reason, some of the core disciples on the mountain felt that I was quite mysterious. So, most of them avoid me when they see me. The captain smiled at Xu Qing. Xu Qing nodded. You really believe it? The captain was surprised. No. Xu Qing shook his head. Then why did you nod? Xu Qing remained silent. The captain sighed and seemed to lose his interest once again. A while later, when the two of them saw the entrance of the homicide department from afar, he spoke softly from the darkness. The truth is that I killed him. This is my secret, Xu Qing. This secret is worth 100 spirit stones. After the captain finished speaking, he winked at Xu Qing. Xu Qing couldn't take out 100 spirit stones. The captain sighed and mumbled a few words. Only after he got Xu Qing to personally admit that he owed him 100 spirit stones did he stretch his back and head to the homicide department's black division. Xu Qing rubbed his forehead and looked at the departing captain. He didn't feel helpless about the spirit stones he had been forced to owe. Instead, he heaved a sigh of relief. On the way here, the reason why he didn't speak was because he intuitively sensed a hint of killing intent faintly appearing on the captain's body. Also, the captain's cultivation seemed to be the same as the 9th or 10th level of Che condensation that Xu Qing had judged before. However, Xu Qing could faintly sense that the other party was hiding something. His true battle prowess was definitely stronger.